So a catamaran was hit by lightning in the Dominican Republic. This was on Monday evening. The yacht was moored at what appears to have been a private jetty in the Luperon area of the Dominican Republic, as we can see from this satellite footage here, which appears to show the same jetty, obviously before the fire. The jetty had a CCTV camera, which is what recorded this fire. Now, what it appears to have happened here is the vessel was actually hit by lightning, which sparked a fire on board the vessel, completely destroying this vessel in the fire. The sailing yacht was a 2022 built Sunreef 70 catamaran named SY Cappy 4, and it was worth around $3 million. Now, according to a Substack article by Peter Swanson, which I will link below for the full story, the locals heard a large crack around 0 to 30 hours local time, middle of the night, and by dawn that vessel was completely destroyed. Jeff Webb, who was a boater on another vessel nearby, a vessel called SV Todo Bien, he was less than 100 yards away, he said, so roughly 100 meters away. He said that he was pretty certain the boat got hit by lightning. Pretty positive it was a big one. He said, I felt the impact on my boat. Took a little over an hour for it to really get burning, probably electrical due to lightning strike. The firefighters arrived on scene, tried to put out that fire. As you can see in the video footage here, the fire was, it got going pretty quickly. And as you can see in one piece of video here, who we don't know who actually recorded this, but you can see that the mast, the carbon fiber mast, actually collapses onto the vessel and into the water. Like I said, following morning, the drone footage showed the vessel was completely destroyed. Normally, the way a vessel would be protected against lightning would have a lightning strip on the mast, and it would run all the way down to a grounding plate inside the vessel and the hull, especially if it's a composite. When it's not a metal hull, you have a grounding plate. In fact, a long time ago, I worked on a cruise ship, and our HF antenna mast was hit by lightning a few days before we arrived in the UK for a UK tour. And we ordered a new antenna, and it was shipped to us, but we actually missed, it actually arrived in the port after we'd already left that port. And it was getting forwarded around the UK as we were sailing around the UK. And then we got audited in Portsmouth by the MCA, the Marine Coast Guard Agency, and the captain wanted me to conceal the fact that we had a non-functioning HF system because of this lightning strike. And I had to try and conceal it from them, but they figured it out because they wanted me to test send a HF message, and obviously we couldn't get a reply. And I had to tell them in the end, and the captain was most displeased. But the funny thing was, is we ordered this antenna, and when we finally received the antenna, the antenna was fine. It was the control box at the bottom of the antenna that was blown out. And we were in such a rush because we were in the middle of this cruise that we didn't figure it out until afterwards. So we got it fixed in the end, but we got marked down a couple of points by the MCA for having a non-functioning HF antenna, much to the displeasure of that captain. Hi, thanks very much for watching this video. If you want to see the full news videos, click on the link over here. And if you'd like to find the channels, you can find the links below here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.